Number 13 right now. I'm not giving the number out ever again. Anyway, you got a pair of tickets to see Fear at the Palladium on December 12th. It's presented by Golden Voice. My guest today is 9 Inch Nails. So you guys find out you have to go visit Trent at the Manson house, where the Manson, or actually the Tate house where the Manson murders took place. How did that make you feel?
Well, it's something that if you just think it's really weird, it's weird. But if you don't think about it, it's fine. You know.
Any ghosts?
At first living here was a bit weird because I live there too. I live out in the guest house where the caretaker was and didn't hear anything, so I feel safe. But the thing was, we drove cross country to get out here and knew what we were getting, knew where we were going to be living. So we just took turns reading Helter Skelter out loud as we were driving. So we pull in here, 11 o'clock Sunday night. Caretaker's like, "Here's your keys. See you in the morning." He just left us. And the house was empty and everything. That was
a frightening.
Is there a weird vibe there at all? I mean, something was saying that the kitchen is very pristine and not that far down where the only clear fingerprints that sort of nailed all these people were. I mean, it's because we had the opportunity to possibly go to the house and do the interview there, although we don't have a budget anymore. Not that we ever did, which I would have given my right arm for. So I'm assuming you're going to invite me to dinner after the program.
Of course.
Okay. No, yeah, and the rest of the studio. Is there a weird vibe there?
If you're there in the day, it's not too. I mean, it's what you juxtapose upon the place. But occasionally, I mean, we become numb to it because we're there all the time. But if you start to think about it, and a lot of times there's a lot of weird, just things happen. Equipment has a tendency to break 20 times more often than it does anywhere else, I think. Weird sounds, things like that, which of course you in your mind turn into being
Ghosts.
This is it, you know.
The baby's here.
Exactly. But the way we found out about that place was, I was looking for a house to put a studio in temporarily to record a record instead of going to a real studio. And I was going to do it in New Orleans, where I was living, but couldn't find a place that met all the requirements of big enough, not next to neighbors, so you can make noise. Came out to LA for a day and saw like 10 houses in a row, and that was one of them. And at the end of the day, we just decided that was pretty much the coolest one. We didn't know at the time that was it, because the address is different than in the book. And someone mentioned, hey, I think that, that Sharon Tate house is right up around there somewhere, and they happened to have a copy of Helter Skelter, and I started looking through it, and saw this picture of the ladder that I was standing on that day. I was like, oh man. So then I was like, oh, you gotta rent it now, you gotta do it, So the only time we'd seen it after that was when we drove out knowing that it was it, and get there at night.